This book had me crying. This book had me literally crying. I'm not someone that cries when I read a book. I have never, hear me when I say, I have never cried when I read a book. And that says a lot about an author, or then again, it could say a lot about me. But no, I think it says a lot about an author. If you are that talented that you can get me to cry, that says a lot about an author. This book had me wanting to start a book club. That's how great this book was. I have never in my life even thought about joining a book club, but I wanted to start my own book club so I could talk about this book with other people. I have never had a book make me cry. I've had a book make me scared to the point where I was scared to go to sleep at night. But seriously, there were tears coming out of my eyes as I read this book. The beginning of this book sets you up for heartbreak. And so you are reading the pages in this book, anticipating the worst as you are still trying to be hopeful. And I just want to know, why didn't anybody tell me about this book before now? Of course, I am getting ahead of myself. So for those of you who may not have heard about this book like I didn't until recently. So in this book, we meet a teenage girl by the name of Autumn, and Autumn is 15 years old. The story takes us through her high school years as she grows and becomes an adult. So we find out from the beginning that Autumn, she is friends with the boy next door by the name of Finn, and they were born several weeks apart, and their mothers are best friends. And so even though Autumn and Finn spend the majority of their lives as each other's best friends, because Autumn is the weird girl and Finn is basically your all over good guy, because he knows that Autumn doesn't fit in, he's there for her. He stands up for her. He gets in fights for her. And as he matures, some of the girls in the school realize that Finn's pretty good. He's the guy that you want to be with. And so they soon realize that if you want to get to Finn, you're going to have to be nice to Autumn. And so even though Autumn and Finn spend the majority of their lives as each other's best friend, however, near the end of middle school, it becomes cool to be weird. It becomes cool to be Autumn. And so Autumn sees this as an opportunity for her and Finn to possibly go into the groups that they should have always been in. She believes that she's basically been holding Finn back, and that it's time to let him go, spread his wings, and go be around the people who he was meant to always be around. However, even though she pushes him away, he is right next door. He is her next door neighbor, and their parents are best friends, so he can come and go as he pleases out of her house, which is the same for her. And because he's always there and he is always Finn, she starts to wonder about her feelings for him. She's not really sure if she likes him like that, or it's just something left over from them always being together growing up. And one of the things about the story that really endears me to Autumn is because of her upbringing, the relationship between her mother and father is one that is strained. Her father is never there. And next door with her mother's best friend, Finn doesn't really know his father. His mother had a baby with a married man who decided that he wasn't his child until she took a paternity test and realized, yes, this is my son, but he's married. And so she doesn't really have the picture of what a relationship should be like. And so when she finally does get involved in a relationship, she starts to change herself. She starts to become someone who believes that who I want to be when I grow up, maybe that's not the right person for me to be. And maybe I should conform to what my boyfriend thinks I should be because I think I love him. And so in these instances, I just wanted someone, if it couldn't be me, I just wanted someone to reach out to Autumn and say, Autumn, be you. It's important that you learn who you are. It's important as a teenager that you become the person that you should be. You need to make you happy. And fortunately, she does end up becoming the true person that she needs to be. Unfortunately, when she does learn to love herself and she does learn who her true love is, it involves a tragedy. And these are those moments, the moments when she is becoming who she should be. In those moments where she begins to grow as a woman, those are the moments when I began to break down. Literal tears were coming out of my eyes. I read on Amazon, and I'm sorry, the book is written by author Laura Nowlin. And I read on Amazon that she is going to tell this story from Finn's point of view. And I'm not sure I'm ready for that. I'm already tearing up thinking about reading this story from Finn's point of view, because we find out in the story that they both have feelings for each other, but they don't tell each other. And they both have different perspectives of what happened during their high school years. So if you haven't read this book, you need to get a copy. This is a book that everybody should be talking about. It's up there with all those ever after stories. This is the book you should be talking about. So that's all I have for you guys today. I just wanted to let you know about this book. I'm in love with this author. She has another book that she's come out with. Not really sure if I'm ready to read that. I'm still kind of immersed in this. I'm still feeling this. The other book is about a teenage relationship, but I'm not really sure I want to read that same type of story from her. You know, if that's what's working for her, then do you. But I'm not really sure I'm ready to go there yet. But anyways, that's all for today. And thank you guys again for sticking around. And until next time, you guys take care, stay safe, and try to do something nice for a stranger so we can all do our part to make this world a better place.